I know. So speaking of roots, this crazy
that's a good
segue. Speaking of roots, let's talk about. I know that you grew up in Hong Kong. Talk to me about your upbringing in Hong Kong. What was it like, man? Like, what was it like to grow up in Hong Kong? How did it shape you? And like, what was your like everyday like? And what was it like living there?
Well, Hong Kong for me was just normal because I just grew up there. I was born in England, but I wasn't here long enough to really remember anything. So all my childhood is basically from Hong Kong, and I moved out there 2019 when I was 14. But I don't know, it is very different in a lot of ways, and it is similar in a lot of ways because it was governed by, it was taken over by like British and everything. So it is like there's Victoria Parks like in Hong Kong and everything. There's Victoria Parks. They speak English. It's an official language there. You can get around with just English, although Cantonese is the main language. And a lot not a lot of the time. Well, a lot of the time you'll try to talk to someone in English. They'll be like, what are you doing?
Like 5 years ago, you guys.
It's like, what are you talking about? Come on, man. Now they still speak it, and I think Cantonese people are. Yeah, I love Cantonese people. I just love the culture. I don't know. The food's good. The food's good.
I want to know because I've never met anyone from Hong Kong, like lived there. You know,
yeah,
it's such a secluded place. I always meet people from other places.
I wouldn't actually say it's a secluded place because I did go to an international school in Hong Kong. So it was like half of it was like Cantonese, and the other half was everywhere from around the world. So when I first moved here, I had an American accent because that's just what an international accent is. So I got taken the piss out for that, but then luckily I was at the age where I could still morph it. But now I think I'm stuck with this one now. So if I go to America at some point while I'm start taking the piss out of me for this accent, bro, I'm just stuck with it. There's nothing I can do there.
Just tune back to your American
exactly. Hey guys, that's not even good. That's not even good. But yeah,
what was it like? What was it like growing up there? Obviously you had international school, but like outside of the school,
I think
what was that like?
Outside the school, I don't know. I feel like you could get up to a lot more mischief in Hong Kong because a lot of the time you would be like a little kid, and then you like talk English, and they all know Cantonese way better than English, so you could like. I don't know, it was just easier to get away with shit. You could be a naughty little bastard in Hong Kong.
And you did that, didn't you?
Yeah, I could be a little...
Tell me the story, if you don't mind, about you getting arrested.
Oh, yeah. So, it's a bit of a long story. I'll get the abridged version.
Yeah.
But basically, I got arrested in Hong Kong when I was 14. You're
a felon, that's crazy. You're a criminal, I'm saying.
Well, no, I'm not. I didn't do anything. I got roped into this. But yeah, I got arrested for burglary when I was 14 in Hong Kong. I didn't get anything out of it because I didn't do anything. I got away scot-free. That's what they think, at least. I took all of it. Criminal mastermind, right? But yeah, no, I got arrested at my house like 1 a.m. They came to my house for allegedly stealing virtual reality headsets from this office, but that wasn't us. It was some other people who did it, but we kept our mouths shut because you just do when you're 14. But now, bro, I hate that guy. I would snitch on him 100 times now. Fuck that guy. He wasn't even a part of it. He got away scot-free. He's the criminal mastermind, bro. Fair play, actually. But yeah. So I had to deal with that. I spent 24 hours in a cell. I had to record a statement. I got let out on bail. I had to go to bail.
Oh my god.
It was long. My parents just did not trust me anymore.
That's the crazy.
That was the worst. It wasn't the police. It was the parents.
It's the parents, because they're gonna be like, "You're never going out again."
Yeah, and it literally was like that. When I left Hong Kong, bro, I couldn't even say goodbye to my friends because they were that strict. Because I was still going on when I first moved here. Like I had to fly back for bail. And I didn't really get a proper goodbye in Hong Kong, which sucks. And I wish I could redo that because I feel like they could have allowed me that one day.
Just a little goodbye. But they were like, no, you're gonna get.
No, it's because I was on a criminal investigation. If they found me doing anything naughty again, basically, it was just I would be fucked. So fair enough. Better safe than sorry. But yeah, that was that. And Cantonese police are not that nice.
Really?
They're not that nice. But I don't think English police would be that nice either.
Yeah,
like, They did just arrest you. Like.
Yeah, they're not trying to make friends with you.
Nah, yeah. But
also, go on. You're saying?
Oh no, I didn't really.
I was gonna say also you traveled around Asia too. Talk to me about that. That's one of the things. One of my life goals is travel around Asia and Africa. Like Asia seems weirdly more realistic to me. I've never been to Asia before. So you gotta tell me how it's like. What was it like traveling around Asia? I know a lot of people have done that, traveling around Asia, seeing things, going to the places. Tell me about the places that you went. What was it like when you were there? What was the culture like? And what you liked most about it? What did you miss about it?
So I went to back to Hong Kong for the first time in 5 years after leaving, which is really cool. I just got to go. That was more just like nostalgia. Go back. I saw my mates, because a lot of my mates will come to London and I'll see them one-on-one, but I never get that group setting anymore where all my friends are in one place. So that was really, really nice to do. I remember sobbing my eyes out again when I had to leave.
That's amazing.
But then it was so good. I loved it. And I might even try and move back when I'm older at some point. But I went to Vietnam, which I'd never been to, and Thailand, which I'd never been to either.
Okay.
With a mate. And
so how long were you in Hong Kong for?
Hong Kong only for 5 days.
Okay.
Only for 5 days.
That's a long time, but 5 days is good.
Yeah. But compared to did like a week in Vietnam and then 2 weeks in Thailand. So compared to the other two, not as long. But it was fine. I got everything I needed to do there. 5 days was perfect, to be honest.
So in Vietnam, what's it like going to Vietnam? Like, how did you I just want to know this basic shit. How did you find a place to stay? What did you fucking eat? Was it like going outside and traveling? Like, what the fuck is that like?
So to find a place to stay, I would search up Vietnam hostels and then just look on Google. I found one. But I went to Hanoi, Cat Ba, and then I did the Ha Giang Loop, which Tyler, he's in Vietnam right now actually. Yeah, and it's his first time as well, I believe.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me.
And he's doing the Ha Giang Loop too, which is sick. They put you on the back of these bikes, and they do this 3-day or 4-day, depending on what you book, just a loop around like I want to say rural, Vietnam, but like in the mountains and shit. Yeah, so it's like you got to drive a long way to get there. So it is like these communities and everything, and they probably hate all the tourists coming around. But it is really cool to go and see just like crazy landscapes, and you can be driving the whole day on the back of this bike, or you can drive if you want. But I don't know how to drive, so I just sat on the back. But so cool. Honestly, it is a bit life-changing going around. Like, I remember driving around the peaks of these mountains. It was like
is there one
sunset.
moment you remember you were like, fuck?
Yeah, it was literally it was the last day, and we were driving back to like where we were staying, because you stay in a different place each night. We're driving back to where we were going to then catch the coach like back to where we like originally started. And I just remember going through, the sun was starting to set, we were on like the peaks of these mountains, just driving around. There's like a mountain there, sunset. I remember just sitting on the back. There was the day I brought my speaker as well, so the guy allowed me to put my speaker on, and I had it there with I like tied it around my belt to keep it safe, and I was just playing my music. I remember just looking like, wow, like this is nuts, this is actually like crazy, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. I remember that was nuts. That'll probably stick with me as well. But Vietnam, very busy. Well, not that part, but at least Hanoi and Cat Ba when I went, so busy and so hot, and the bikes there are insane, bro. It's like there's no road laws. They just drive wherever the fuck they want to drive. It's hot as well. It's so hot. But yeah, really cool. I would say if you want to go Vietnam and do stuff. And then Thailand was more like chilling out. You go chill on the beach. I remember I came in to this one island, Koh Tao, and I really wanted to like rent a bike, even though I've never been on one before and I have no driving experience at all. Like the closest thing I have is a bike, pretty much. And I remember walking in, and this person was like holding the thing like, oh, like, come rent a bike with us, and I went up, I was like, no license? And they're like, no license, it's fine. And I was like, I'll be back later, let me drop my bags off. And I went and I came back and we got bikes, and I'm like, right, so how do I use this thing? And she gave me a quick like demonstration, and then I had to like learn on the roads, like straight away. I shit myself, but it is quite easy. When you get into it, I remember like driving around this island, it was Thailand, just chill out, go to some beaches, also nuts like scenery and everything. Yeah, just it is nice. It's a different part of life as well. It is literally the other end of the earth, so it works different and everything. There's a bit of culture shock, but I've always known both sides, so it's nothing crazy for me. For a guy like me, it's just nothing crazy. For a guy like me, just an international guy. It's just, but yeah, I've always just known that, and also especially Hong Kong, because Hong Kong's such a good mix of the two. I've always just known it like
What's the biggest difference? You obviously say it's so much different, but what's the biggest difference between those two cultures?
I think the people there are just more like chilled out, to be honest. It's just more of a relaxed vibe. But then also, I'm saying this like I was on holiday. When I was in Hong Kong, I was a kid, so my work was going to school. But yeah, it is more like a relaxed vibe. Not so much in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, they work. But yeah. I don't know. You have to go see for yourself. I've just always known it.
Bro, 100%, man. I have to go see for myself, man. And I can imagine, man, like just seeing you talk about it, how you excited you are. I can feel it. I can feel the excitement, and I 100% agree with you, man. When I see it for myself, I'll come back and I'll speak to you about it, because I'm like, you were right, man. That fucking view, that view was insane. Yeah, that's how I want to do it, man. 100%. And bro, thank you so much for doing this. Like, I know that this guy's gonna come and tell us. Yeah, 5 minutes. Closing now. Yeah. Okay, let's wrap it. Let's wrap it. Yeah. So okay, last question. I'll give you a chance to ask me a question before we end it up. Thank you so much for doing this, bro. I fucking love this. But yeah, I always give the chance for the person to ask me a question. If you have any on your mind currently.
Forgot about this. Alright.
2 minutes, boss.